Croatian goalie is beaten, and is Alberto Menares, who gets the opening goal. So 16 seconds is all it took. Spain already on the board, and Tony Popovic beaten. They have gone with Aguirre as their first choice goalie. Spain tonight, no real surprise there, the way he's been playing up to this stage. Now, it's a response from Croatia, might be what the coach wanted. There's going to be an exclusion for Spain, so they will get a chance with a 6-on-5 here with Kharkov. He's got a great shot. He's scored more goals than anybody else on this team, and more goals than pretty much anybody else in the tournament so far. Kharkov, a left-handed shot. They're going to go with a little lob pass, finding the right man at the right time, in the right place. Marko Zuvela. Well, puts Croatia level. The youngest man on the Croatian team, at the age of 21. Perfect feed and a perfect release too. I was just about to say something about hair, and I thought better of it. Menares for Spain with Sana Puya. Trying to get into that complete, almost like rugby scrum going in the front of the goal. Well, there's a bit of holding down, which is going to lead to an exclusion for Croatia and for Andrea Basic. So can Spain take advantage? They're playing around. They're going to come back around this side because Menares didn't get a good look that time. The person does get a very good look and feels that he's probably fouled in the process is Granados. But that'll be good enough. Well, actually, won't be good enough. Doesn't count. Doesn't count. Granados got it in, but that's why he was complaining, because the whistle had just gone as the ball went in the net. So it remains at 1-1. No goal for Spain, even though they thought it was. And so did I for a moment. Bukic. Clock is down to 6. Needs a shot. We'll get an exclusion. They'll get another 14 seconds placed on that 6. So 20-second shot clock is starting to count down now for the Croatians. Lob pass long. Anybody close? So they're going to try the same thing again. They're looking for options, and that's, well, in the end, fairly tame, right at the goalie. And whilst it looked like a good bit of ball handling around from the Croatians, they weren't able to find that last telling shot. The other end, Peroni's under a lot of pressure, and too much pressure, it turns out. Resurfaces. Probably feels a bit hard done by, but the referee doesn't. And that's all that matters. Kharkov will swim away, and once he's got the ball, that left-handed shooter will be very dangerous, and the Spanish know that. They'll know his stats, and they'll be thinking of ways to keep him quiet. Zubela will get it back for the centre shot, and that is blocked away by Bustos. And it remains a 1-1. Just feeling each other out early stages here. Menares, who scored the only goal so far for Spain. Come back around to him. Now he'll try and advance a little bit more. He's just working his way a bit further in. I love it. I'm watching Menares just creep up, but he's not going to get a chance to get into a danger area because the ball is back with Tony Popovic, who spends about 10 seconds just looking up to see what his options are. Zubela is the nearest to him, so that's who takes it. And he'll start to swim with the ball, get into the Spanish half. Now about 5 meters out, going to get into that 2-meter area, which is where the real danger is going to occur. No, there's a bit of fouling going on. The foul was by... Not going up on my screen yet. But obviously spotted by the referee, not spotted by our statisticians. Bit of a dunking for Minares. Too much going on according to the referee. So here comes the exclusion, and as they're all looking at each other, I'm trying to work out what was going on and who was going to disappear. Bustos right in the right place. In fact, so they're giving it to De Toro. Was it De Toro that they shot in? I thought it was 12. No, it was 12. Yeah, it was Bustos. Alejandro Bustos will get his first to go with the Minares'. And Spain will take a 2-1 lead midway through the first. Kharkov. Now, this is exactly the tactic that Spain employed against Macedonia the other night. Haven't seen any other team employ this. It's a press, it's a one-player press right on the ball carrier to make sure you can't get into your opponent's half. And it worked very effectively for the most part the other night. I was thinking it worked then, it might as well work now. If that's going to be a holding down, it's going to be an exclusion, and it's going to give Croatia the chance to shoot. Don't give them a second opportunity with that man disadvantage, because they're going to take it. And Luka Bukic, it is, with the first goal for him in the game, and we are tied at 2. Yeah, Spain with a man in the exclusion zone, and there is what results. He's already learning the art of how to make some great faces when he gets beaten. We saw that earlier on from Del Longo, the Italian goalie. They may come head-to-head in a few days' time. Malarak, he's a veteran. He's got so many caps now as well, but that just slipped out of the path and out of the grasp of De Toro. And Croatia will have it back, and their chance to take the lead for the first time. Franco Lazic will come back around to him. And we'll see, well, maybe they're going to go Kharkov instead. Now here's Lazic, wide of the target. Long pass from Aguirre to Malarak. Possibilities of the shot eventually arriving from Sanahuya. A little bit too physical for the referee's liking, so there will be a Croatian exclusion. There's a goal about to follow as they go to a 6-on-5, and if so, is this the shot? That's the shot, and the option was spurned for the centre shot. They went for the angle with Granados, and that didn't quite work. Referee spots a foul happening behind the play, just gives a little whistle. Croatia putting a little bit of impetus into this move, and they've got a man right in the centre. That's brilliant. That's lovely, and it is worth a fist pump from Konstantin Kharkov. That's a beautifully set up play. Just look at this. There's the ball carrier, Marinic, and that is perfection. Hold, 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 shoot. Pinpoint accuracy. Well, from that range it should be, but you know what? Just that little hold through Unai Aguirre. Didn't know which way to turn, didn't know the stick or twist, and couldn't do either in the end. And Croatia have their first lead in the game. I think the lead might transfer a few times in this one. I don't think that's the end of the scoring, probably even in this quarter. Larumbe. Go wide to Peroni. Verona's going to take it right to the goal rope, if you like. Not a goal line as such, a goal rope, but actually didn't work out particularly well for them. Great defensive duties done by Croatia. Again, see whether they can formulate something as good as they did last time. Isabella will try and do just that. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Marinic. Zuvela. 4 seconds. They need something pretty quick here. That's a lob right on the top of the goal. It's a little bit kind of running out of time. What can we create, if anything? That's 40 seconds of the first coming up. Intriguing stuff. Benares. Malarak. There will be a Croatian leaving. Croatian. It's not quite on the screen. There you go. It is Marinic. So Croatia down to 5 as compared to the Spanish 6. And there's that game-time goal coming. It most certainly is. And it is Blai Malarak who opens his personal account for the night. And Spain tie it with 17 seconds remaining in the first. Took a big piece of Tony Popovic on the way. It's a chance for maybe one more move before this quarter is done. 16 seconds, plenty long enough to make something happen. Can they do it? Shot clock, game clock, absolutely identical. Trying to get into that area. Pretty tame. Probably had a little bit more time to set that one up. Did Zuvela, but that's the first of the 4 quarters done. And it's every bit as tight as we thought it might be. Time for the coaches to have their little say and try and make things different for period number 2, because after the first of the periods here, it is Spain 3, Croatia 3. First period between Spain and Croatia has been every bit as tight and competitive as we thought it would be. Spain with the early marker. Croatia have come back strongly. Bukic, Zubela and Karkov for them. Bustos and Malarak and Benares. It's 3-3 after 1. Some good goals in that first 8 minutes of play, enjoyed by the Spanish contingent. It's certainly filled up. I know Hungary are playing later on, but it's certainly filled up massively in between the start of the game and the end of the first. So they stand opposite a lot of Hungarian flags, not surprisingly. They're going to see their team later, but there's an awful lot of Croatian favours, and the Spanish are out in force as well. Right. Time for talking is over. Time for action is about to begin. But we'll look at the stats before that. They're identical. Look, 3 out of 8. 3 out of 8. Axe shots just in Spain's favour. Extra player shots 2 out of 4, 2 out of 3. You can't split them at the moment in any respect. And fouls have been pretty minimal. Certainly not the kind of foul trouble we saw accumulating in the last game. The banners urging the crowd to make some noise. Don't worry when it's underway. Croatians will, and the Spanish will, and the neutrals will probably have picked a team by now as well. So, from the left, it's Spain. From the right, it's Croatia, and it will be Croatian ball with Zuvela. Again, there's that man going high, trying to keep him. So they've Well, they're taking that shot clock down to 16 by doing that, so they are eating into that shot clock, which is the avowed intention of the Spanish coach. That's going to come right back off the frame of the goal, and it will be Spanish ball when it's retrieved. It's actually in the kind of edge of the ball now. They get another ball, so we will go and retrieve that one, and we'll watch the Spanish advance with Granados. Comes back to the Spanish number 3. Menares has it. A little foul, but no exclusion foul. But we need to be a little bit careful. Larumbe. And that's off the frame of the goal. There was no touch visible from the goalie, so there'll be no reset to 20. It'll take a long time. And again, in fact, this time they had 2 men in Spain right up the pool, trying to make sure there's no quick advance from Croatia. Let's get around that somehow. Patovic, Zuvela. Zuvela still very deep. So 6 seconds. They've put it into that area where there might be somebody moving in for the shot. And there will be a Spanish exclusion. And Croatia will have the ball, and they'll have it with Patovic. Should make something of this. 15 seconds with that man advantage. Patovic coming for the long drive shot from Zubella, and that is easily done. Spanish coach delighted again that Unai Gary is right in place. Now there's a call of foul. 7th Croatia, I think, is Vukasevic going to go. Yes, he is. First yellow card for Vukasevic. And that does come off the Croatian goalie to go for a Spanish corner. Referee indicates can be played. Menares. Granados. So Huya. They're very close to goal. Are they too close? No, they're not. Answered in the affirmative from Granados. Thought he scored in the first. It happened after a whistle. This one most definitely will count. And in what's going to be tight margins probably all the way through, Spain do find another way past Tony Popovic. Karkov, yeah, straight in his face, Granados. I'm intrigued that no other coach of the top teams has employed this, but it's working fantastically well. But as long as you don't foul and get excluded, which is what has happened to Femera here, though it's actually Cabanas, number 8, who's gone. So Croatia had 7 seconds to make something happen. They have 5 seconds to make something happen. They have 3 seconds, and in the end they can't. I love Aguirre. He is so pumped up. There will be a foul called on Zuvela, exclusion for Zuvela, and there will be a timeout for Spain. Timeout called by Spain as they get a 6-on-5 and get their first timeout.
Vale, Muna, te vas a 2, Blay, te vas a 1, Álvaro, te quiero en 4, Felipe, ponte en 3. Hacemos 2-4, ¿vale? Muna al principio con balón, balón a Red Blay, ¿vale? Contrarrotamos, aguantamos balón Álvaro, y Alex, te vas a segundo palo, te quiero por la espalda, ¿vale? Roger, no, tú, por la espalda. Roger, atento primer palo con Roger, ¿eh? Vale.
So for the uninitiated, for those who might come across WATERPOLO for the first time, 2 timeouts per team. And the reason that's been chosen at this point by David Martin is because his team has a man advantage for now 18 seconds. Benares. Good rotation once again. Over the top it goes. Left to right. Center shot. Left shot maybe. Left shot it is. And very effective now. I think that clipped Bustos on the way. Is it going to be Granados' goal? Because I think there was a little deflection by Bustos. Let's see on the replay if that's the case. I think there's a little touch. No, maybe not. Maybe not. No, it actually came off a Croatian hand. Masic. You don't have own goals in water polo. Norris gave that everything he could. And now, just a little light shining for Spain between themselves and Croatia. 5-3. Fatovic. That's going to be a Spanish player going now. The Spanish player is Larumbe. Oh, just handed back to Peroni from Vukasevic. What a waste. Coach just going back to his bench and saying, come on, we need a bit more intensity here. Malarak. Benares. Granados. 5 seconds. They need something now. And they get something that clips the goalie en route. So that means another 20 seconds goes on the shot clock and ball and possession goes back to Spain. Benares. Granados. Fake, fake, fake. Here is Granados once again. Benares. Very nicely. Oh, no. Just a little bit too much. The idea was inventive, but it was not efficient. Remains at 5-3. Basic for the Croatians. 17 seconds. Lots of time. Lots of time. He's looking up to see what the options are. He's going to come back around to him in a minute, I think. It is. Basic. No, not this time. They've thrown it away a few times now. Either it wasn't stolen away from them, or they just hand it back on the plates. And both coaches, particularly the Croatian coach, are very animated. So he's playing every pass. That will be a steal for Croatia, and he's saying, come on, let's get going. He was almost trying to urge them up the pool and say, come on, let's get something in behind this, but John's hanging on to it, waiting for somebody to make that move. That somebody this time is Luka Bukic. Head down. No route through that way. Goes through that way then. Fatovic. Fatovic, 4 seconds. They're going to lose possession here. Yeah, they have. He's prowling. Here's Ivica Tukac. This Croatia just fallen apart, but they've not scored in this period so far. 2-0. And to be honest, they've not really had any telling shots. Giras had a very quiet period. Spain looking to inflict a bit more misery on them. Good interception, good work, very good work. That's what they need to maybe motivate them. Vukasevic getting the ball away. Now, he's the only one in the Croatian cap who's far advanced. There's 3 Spaniards between him and the goal. He's going to have to wait for somebody to arrive. That's Bukic. 15 seconds, but because he got up the pool so quick, they've got lots of time on the shot clock. Bukic. Bukic again. Someone's going to have to shoot, and they're going to get it in, maybe. Yeah, that was intended for Brilic, but he didn't collect it. Well, are Spain going to blank Croatia in this whole period? checking back through all the games, I doubt if they've been blanked at all in any of the games so far. Granados, this looks pretty promising from a Spanish point of view, but he can't get the shot away. And again, that's a good bit of covering by Kharkov. I did say at the beginning of the game, what Kharkov does is he does so much good work at both ends. That's what's happening in this one. Kind of keeping them in the game. Latic. They need to break their duck in this quarter. And that's another pass thrown away, but they're going to keep possession. And they're going to have a timeout because there's an exclusion for Peroni, I think. We'll get confirmation of that after the timeout. But anyway, it's going to be a Croatian timeout. So Mika Tugac will tell us what he's got to say.
Krapo na stativu, Krapo. Dobro, ej, dečki. Prvo, moramo gledati gol u pozicijskom napadu. Nema bacanja lopte u bunar, moramo zabiti gol. A sada idemo trojku. Trojku. Znači, ako formiraju dupli blok, lopta na jedinicu, jere, gledat prazninu i onda prebaci. Ako si sam šut. Trojka, ej.
Well, they understood that all right.
Gledaj gol. Šta će mi ona lopta?
They can still rabbiting away. .59 on the clock for this quarter, and 20 seconds has begun in terms of their extra shot time. Vukasevic might have to go to Vukasevic for the shot. You've got so many bodies between him and the goal. Spain are doing a fantastic D job. Really good defence by Spain. Stacked the front of that goal with white caps. There was barely any room for anybody to get through, and it does look as if we might go through a whole 8 minutes here without Croatia scoring, which would be testament to, well, some errors and some very good defensive work by the Spanish. Larumbe. No, that's idea didn't quite work, but shot clock is at they've not reset it. They will do in just a moment. That'll be the end of the second quarter. We've arrived at half-time. That was a very, very tight 8 minutes. Not a great deal advanced on that. Certainly the Croatian score didn't. And at half-time, Spain are looking towards another final. At the moment, they're leading Croatia by 5-3. Well, after a promising start from Croatia, they have been blanked in the second. A combination of mistakes and some very good defensive work by Spain means that they scored 2 and Croatia scored none in that second quarter. So it's Spain in the box seat going forward. At half-time, it's Spain 5, Croatia 3. Well, he was able to celebrate in the first period, but he wasn't able to celebrate in the second. That was a lovely goal, by the way. Superb goal by Kharkov, and they need more of those. Many more of those. And the well has dried up for the time being. And Unai Aguirre loves his saves. I'm sure he looks back at his show reels. Spain found the target twice in that one, including by Malarak. Spanish fans loving it. That's Granados with his second. Tina Turner's now ringing out around the Albert Hayes Stadium. Dance cams on. Yeah, luckily it's not trained on me. next one, equal personal fouls. Yeah, Peroni's on 2 now, but he's the only one who's got any concerns at this stage. They don't want to lose the elder statesman. Yeah, the man with that t-shirt on is indicating just how sticky and how clammy it is, because still in the early 30s centigrade. Sun is dipping down in the best, but it's still incredibly sticky. You'll see all the favours from a lot of the teams involved today. Hungarian shirts, of course, Croatian shirts, Spanish. Italians have hung around as well. A lot of the Greeks having their second game of the day too. As we get the third quarter underway. And it's Spain who have the first possession. Cabañas goes right into the centre. An immediate dunking by Subella, but deemed as legal. And that's going to be not legal, so there will be an exclusion. A second yellow for Basic. So Spain have a chance for the shot. They have the extra man. They have 6 seconds. They need a shot, and that's been stripped away from them. Just showed a little bit too much, and very good interception. Subella again has going towards him in Granados. They haven't scored. And going for 10 minutes now. That's not a terrific pass. And the shot clock was down to 30. That's how quickly that went. I'm sure I talked about it at half time being a little bit more positive and a bit more direct. Well, hasn't worked as yet. Cabañas for Spain. Ball played out to the right. Cabañas again. There's a lot of bodies between him and the goal, but yeah, that's what I was thinking. There's just too many bodies for that kind of shot. He didn't even make it all the way through to Tony Popovic. Popovic gives it to Marinic. Joko Marinic. Oh, just advanced a little bit. Spain are selectively using that press with the one player staying up the pool. Lazic. Oh, got the rebound. Got the rebound. There's going to be an exclusion here. Well, actually, he says that's okay. I thought there was going to be an exclusion, but we've still got 15 seconds on the shot clock. Can they use it? Can they remember how to use it? Because they've not used it in such a long time. Subella. 7 seconds. Oh, Croatia. Is there a shot? Well, that's going to bounce off the surface and over. I love Aguirre's reaction because he didn't actually do anything involved in that, did he? Well, he did. No, I take it back. He did. He actually got hands up to that one. And over it went. Larumbe. Spain controlling everything really in this game now. And we might have another one coming here. It's a little show, and there's a little fake and then a little lob as it hits the outside of the fake. Good swimming now. Is this a one-on-one chance? Potentially it is, yes. Could this be the goal they've been looking for? Or is that brilliant work? It is brilliant work by Unai Ugeri. Well, the Croatian coach can't believe it. The Spanish coach is deliriously excited because that is terrific from his young goalie. Knew that that could easily be a one-on-one, and before it became that, just stopped it. That's the frame of the goal again from Menares. It's reminded me a little bit of the Hungary-Italy game the other night when that goal, well, both ends, was whacked. Now, out goes to Hall as Croatia have 10 seconds for the man advantage. Now it's 3 seconds, and the shot clock's down to 7. Gotta come now, surely. Now? Just gave a good look to Unai Aguirre, who makes the save. And it will be another 20 seconds for Croatia. Croatian coach. It's going to be a bit of pulling, which means another 20 seconds and another exclusion. This time Malarak gets his marching orders for 20 seconds. Spain do a brilliant defensive job. Absolutely brilliant. But they can't stop the man in the middle, but I'll tell you can. Unai Aguirre again. Even Krapic coming in with a Oh, we love this man. Absolutely gives every nerve and sinew on his face and on his body when he makes those kind of saves. Granados. Sanahuya. Got a chance to shoot and does! Right in the bottom corner. That was laser-like. Absolutely laser-like from Sanahuya. Wow. Great goal. Really good goal, that. Just look. Couldn't have placed it more accurately if he tried. Now Croatia, what have you got? 3 goals adrift. And they haven't scored in the last, why did I make it, about 14 minutes maybe? Something like that. They haven't scored in the last period and a half for definite. But they have now. They've broken their deadlock, which has been there since the end of the first period. And Bukic it is who finally finds a route to goal where seemingly one didn't exist before. Aguirre was playing, he didn't have quite the defensive cover he wanted, but he's had a pretty quiet time of it recently. Down to 2 goals the advantage now. Spain 6, Croatia 4. Granados come back around to him for the shot off the frame of the goal. The post from Spaniards, so Croatia have a chance to formulate another attack with Basic. Got to be a bit careful himself. It's on 2 fouls now. Marinic. There will be Spaniard departing. I think that's Larumbe. It is. He's on 2 now as well. Starting to rack up those fouls a little bit. Shot is coming. Just a question of when. Maybe not now. Maybe not now, because that went into no man's land, and the Spanish managed to claim it. And if they look back at this game, and Croatia do lose it, how many times has either been a steal or they've given the ball away? Linares. 2 Spaniards on 2 fouls. There's 1 Croatian on 2 fouls. And there's a Spanish team who are now starting to put some goals together. And Sanahuya has just got 2 back-to-back. Could be making this a bit of a procession now. So look at the man who's seemingly unimpressed with how this night is going so far. And Spanish D has been exemplary so far. And it's made it very, very difficult. They're losing a player here, though, so Croatia have a chance to poke that home, and they can't because Aguirre has got it again. And he'll always tell you, because you're a little demonstration of his excitement. The pumps the air, or shows one of those facial expressions that he's rather glad he's just achieved what he has. Granados for Spain. Controlling everything at the moment, controlling the tempo. And Menares will try and shoot. That's tipped around, so... But wasn't en route to goal, so that will again be Croatian ball. Which is still between the posts. They haven't thought about changing their goalie. Biac is the other option. Dukic. Oh, again, smothered out of it. It will be a foul, but the shot clock down to single figures. Oh, that's all right. Andrea Basic. They still believe, he still believes, that the Croatians can come back into this and indeed win it. And they're not too far if it's true. 7-5. Andrea Basic ties the period. Hates being beaten. Absolutely loathes being beaten, does Aguirre. You can tell those great extremes of emotions and reactions from him. He makes a save. He's on cloud 9, and then he gets really cranky with himself and his team as well. Granados for Spain. Has to look up. Option not there. Might be now. Just moving a couple of players out of the way. Good ball rotation, but then the save is made by Tony Popovic. And that was a pretty rapid, or seemed to be, pretty rapid third quarter. Not too many stoppages, and we raced through another 8 minutes. And that one was on as even. 2 goals apiece. So as we arrive at the three-quarter-way stage, Spain retain that 2-goal advantage. It's Spain 7, Croatia 5. A quarter that is notable for 2 goals from Alvaro Granados. One absolute hurler of a goal, but this time round Croatia have scored and they've kept in line with the Spanish scoring. So with another 8 to go, it's still tight, it's still a 2-goal game, and Spain lead by 7 goals to 5. Yeah, he's made some good saves, hasn't he? Made some really good saves, and his defence have helped him out too. Yeah, this one's for you, kid. You're not going to get past me. Well, they have done already 5 times, but he's made some super stops. 7 out of 22 for Spain, 5 out of 20 for Croatia, which means that the goalies in defence have been on top. 4 out of 14 in actual shots, 2 out of I think it was 11 there for the Croatians. Foul trouble. Larumbe is in it. Peroni is in it for Spain. I think Susie Top has just arrived. And Basic for Croatia. Those are the 3 players who need to be a little bit concerned about the future. Of course, if this was to go the distance at the same score, they're excluded. They will not be involved in any potential penalty shootout. Right. last knockings, last quarter. And Spain come up with the ball again. They seem to be doing everything just about right at the moment. Menares to Granados, who's contributed a couple to the cause. Looking at his hat-trick goal. Back around to Menares again. Granados scores and scores his hat-trick. Yeah, that's what it means to him. And what it means to Spain even more so is that 3-goal cushion is back with them again. Again, nice interchange, and Tony Popovic beaten as he was coming across from the centre of the goal to his right. Wow. See what Croatia have got here. Had a couple of tight games. Obviously, they drew with Greece. The 2-goal win over Serbia. They've not really had an easy game, I don't think, all the way through the tournament. Even Germany should have been relatively easy. They beat them 13-9. There's been no blowouts for Croatia, whereas Spain started with a 28-2 win over South Africa. Exclusion for the Croatian team. And that will be another one against the name of Marco Zubella. He's on 2 now. Menares. Teasing and tormenting the Croatian defense, but they have the last word, the last say, and the last possession on that one. And it is a quick distribution. That's right into what you could call the slot, but then smothered out of it was Franco Lazic by 2 Spaniards, and the coach says, was that not worth a call? Well, the referees say no, and Spain could start working their way back up the pool again. With Sanahuya, scored 2 very important goals in the last quarter to give Spain, or keep Spain, 2 goals ahead. They're now 3 goals ahead. 8-5. As we edge closer and closer to the end of this one, it's looking like Spain are not going to yield. We need something very special from Croatia to turn this one around. Vatovic still swimming in, a little bit closer. Marinic, oh, hadn't he caught the referee? So powerful was that save, it nearly caught the referee on the rebound. To take evasive action, a bit like an umpire with the ball coming back to him in cricket. He really had to move very quickly indeed, but he did well. Granados. 3 goals for him, 1 for Bustos, 1 for Menares. And a lot of whistling going on. The Croatian coach might be getting a yellow card here. Maybe chatting out turn, he's standing with their hands on hips. Did he get a yellow card in the last? Yes, he has. Just go up my screen. He has got a yellow card for the Croatian coach. Second game running. Oh, it took a massive palm which took it wide. Got to be careful. The red card, of course, is not involved in coaching duties anymore. Lazic, not going to shoot from there. We're getting a little bit closer. Lazic, no, still not. I tell you what, Spanish D, although just a bit too aggressive on this occasion, so Croatians have the ball, and let's see what kind of reaction we get. He kisses the ball, I love it. Real character. Loving being part of this team, obviously, and they're loving having him. That's why he's established himself as the #1 goalkeeper now for Spain. Granados. Let's wait celebrations at the end. If Spain do win this, I will train my eyes on Aguirre at the end. Just not happening, is it? Just not happening for Croatia. Well, there will be an exclusion here. And it's going to be Kharkov who's going to go. And that means a timeout for Spain. So we'll hear what David Martin has to say with his team.
Chicos, hacemos 3-1 con Blay en 1, ¿vale? Primero balón en 3, centramos un poquito balón a 4 y ya muy profundos. Alex, te quiero en el primer palo, muy profundo, ¿entendido? Voy a descansar, vamos sin boyas. Martín, segundo palo, ponte en 4, mete en línea. Álvaro, ponte en 3. Muna, ponte en... No. Mira. Felipe, ven. Barnat, ves a las 3. Así.
Looking very much like it's going to be a repeat of the 2019 final as things stand. Unless Croatia can do something pretty special in the last 4 minutes. First of all, they've got to try and stop this 6-on-5, because if Spain get a 4-goal cushion, you're thinking it's probably good night Croatia. Salahuya has been so good tonight, and not bad has been Malarak. Not bad at all. Coming up to 300 caps for Spain and 9 goals in the tournament, and that may well be the one that seals any potential comeback threat. They've been picking the pockets far too easily of Croatia tonight, and that's near side this time. Well, they have changed the goalie of Croatia. Marko Bijac is in there now. It's helping the progression of the scoreline yet, though. The Spanish D has been so good. Good in the last game, and particularly good in this. And they're going to stop Croatia getting a shot away, or they're going to get a reset to 20 here, so they will get a shot. And they should be able to score as well. Go on, one more time, you know you want to do it. Yeah, and it gets palmed over. Gets palmed over by Femera, who gets an appreciative push from Aguirre. Two very demonstrative goalies in the final. If Spain join Italy, let's be certain. Last 3. It's going to take a lot. There's still time, but don't see any sign of the Croatian comeback. Certainly won't happen now. Certainly won't happen now, because Alvaro Granados has comprehensively, emphatically put Spain into the final, where they'll face Italy again, like they did in Gwangju in 2019. They've been clinical at one end, they've been brilliant defensively at the other end. And Granados has 4, and that's what it means to Unai Aguirre at the other end. Croatia would have come here with great hopes after that excellent win against Serbia. But it's just not been their night. And I don't think a lot of that was down to them. I think Spain had just been so good in pretty much every department. Basic, they won't give up. Well, this time, there's hope. But 5 goals to reclaim? No, not happening. Not happening. Hits the post, comes straight back out to a Spaniard. Not even a rebound back to a Croatian player. Baroni, and he'll just take his time. What's the point? Don't need a rush. Have a little siesta. really doesn't need to take a shot here at all if he doesn't want to. I think he will. And especially with the exclusion now in the 20 seconds, they definitely will. Yes, give me a timeout. Timeout is called. It's going to be Croatia who call it. And we'll hear if there's anything that Ivica Tugac can do about this.
Znači ako se vrate tamo sa jedinice, ide ulazak jer je tvoj. Okomito i okret prema Kosti. Ante, formiramo 2 trokuta. Jel u redu? Ajmo. Prvi. Trapo. Kom je vani ovdje? Luka.
Very much forlorn faces. Because they've been picking those corners and quality shots all the way through. The Italy-Spain combination will be a repeat of their earlier game, where Spanish won 14-12. Likely to be equally as tight on Sunday. Just want to get a few goals now. Croatia make that scoreline look a little less lopsided than it is. Vukicevic, just nothing is going right. And Zubella's face, as he gets excluded, speaks volumes. Larumbe. Well, last minute coming up. And again, there's no rush. Don't need to shoot. Really don't. Try and keep that right-hand side of the scoreline down as low as possible. Remember, the Italians conceded many more goals against Greece than Spain have done. That's what it comes down to. Really good display at both ends, to be fair, but all built on defence today. And Aguirre will be right in the front line for maybe play of the match. This might be one of those occasions where you could definitely give it to the goalie, though I think Granados might have a chance with his 4 goals. One of 8 shots. Sana Huya with his 2, and that's the Spanish cheering and clapping, and now they can all join together as one, and it is Spain who will meet Italy in the final on Sunday, and they have thoroughly, utterly deserved that. Terrific display right through, from goalie to their shooters, Granados, Sanahuya, Menares, all been terrific, really good. There's absolutely no doubt they are totally deserving of a place in the final. So it will be 2019 all over again. Spain have beaten Croatia 10-5 and will face Italy in the final. Wasn't to be for Croatia. Kept it tight, looked good first period, but then after that kind of fell away. And look at these shots. Well, they were pretty similar actually. 10 out of 28, 5 out of 25, but it was the things you don't see on the screen, their defensive capabilities tonight that really won it for Spain. Goalie was great. Players around the front of the goal were great, and they had Granados to supply them with the ammunition. So it will be Spain against Italy again and again in this competition. 14-12 earlier in 2022 in Budapest. but it was a great defensive display by Spain. Aguirre was great between the posts. Granados came up with 4 goals, and aside from the first period, it really was all Spain from there on in. They are deserved of a final place. They've beaten Croatia by 10 goals to 5. And all these shots. We're going to get a few more in the final, aren't we, from Unai. It's going to be a really tough call on the player of the game, I tell you, because he is certainly a candidate, but how about Granados and his 4? Some nice sweet shots from the Alfred Hayos Stadium here. What a surprise. Not a surprise, actually. Unai Aguirre is the player of the game. Great saves, great smiles, great reactions. I'll give it to him just for that, but he did his part, and him and those in front of the net just kept Croatia at bay all the way through. They were brilliant. Croatia will wonder what they could have done better. Well, there's a few areas, but do you know what? The team's in that defensive mood and doing such brilliant cover. It's so hard to break down Spain. Just look at the games they've had. Apart from the Italian game, which we expected to be a bit of a shootout, they conceded 6 against Montenegro, 2 against South Africa, and tonight